Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to Gunner's Voice. And join me in welcoming our very own Luis, aka Pape, aka Luisiao,
Enzo.
aka Enzo. Thank you so much for making it. So, Luis, just so everyone knows, you're someone that doesn't just watch soccer, you support Chelsea, and I know that on the field, you're a striker, you're a defender, you're a goalie. So you're going to be bringing a lot of tactical nuances about the game we're about to discuss, which is Chelsea versus Arsenal at Stamford Bridge that ended 1-1. But before I go ahead to start asking you what you think about the game, I'm going to introduce our hosts. I am one of the hosts of Gunner's Voice, MCOGB, and
Actually.
MC Olu in the building. Yes. So let's go ahead. Now, Lewis, before this game, what were your expectations?
Oh, first of all, thank you guys. It's a totally pleasure to be here with Gunner's Voice.
Yes.
Uh, you're Gunner supporters. I'm Chelsea fan. We know we have some kind of rivalry, so it's gonna be all right. Thank you guys. Well, expectation. I have to be honest. Like Chelsea is breaking my heart. Chelsea is giving me the best hype of my life. So it's kind of like tough. Arsenal is doing great this season. That have to be like we have to be honest. Arsenal this season is being crazy. They are top of the league. They're being on top of our Champions League. They're being really, really good. We have to be honest. We have to accept it.
Yep.
I know it's hard to say it from a Chelsea fan. I know it's hard. But we have to be honest. They're being so good. They have a good defense, good attacking, good midfield. So my expectation for this game, I will say like a draw, it will be enough for me. I will get paid with a draw. Winning, of course, it could be better, but a draw definitely was what I was expecting for the game, right? So I have to say, draw it was my expectation for this game.
Okay, I like that expectation. Now I have a question for you, MC Olu. When you found out, okay, so everyone knows that Gabriel, our defender, is out. But when you found out late minutes that Saliba also had a knock during the injury, and we're going to be playing with Hincapié and Mascara, our new defenders, they're literally going to be pairing for a big game for the first time. What were your thoughts?
I mean, you have to play with what you have. So basically, I had to go check to see that Saliba was actually injured or see what happened. But you just have to play with them, and yeah, we saw what they can do on the pitch. So yeah, let's leave it at that.
Okay, I like that. Now I move to you, Lewis. The red card with Caicedo. Was that a red card to you?
100%. 100%. No doubt. 100% was it was a red card. It was the heat of the game. He tried to went to the ball. Of course, no player is trying to injure another player meanwhile they're playing because at the end of the day, it's their work, right? If they get injured, they're not going to be able to perform for next week or whatever the injury takes. So definitely was unlucky. That's what I will say. It's unlucky. Unfortunate that Caicedo got a red card. But at the end of the day, he was a red card, no doubts at all.
Okay, so I heard what you're saying, but I have a follow-up question for you. Because I had conversations with some other Chelsea fans, and some of them told me that it was Maresca's strategy from the beginning to come really aggressive, to be more physical, and to threaten the Arsenal guys so that they don't have that morale to play their game. And you
Yeah,
know
of
how it
course.
is because you play defense, right? I'm just being
Mhm.
honest with you. And you know that you also play strike. And you know that there's the way a defender will hit a striker like three times, then he's like thinking, oh no, I don't want to get hurt. This guy is always coming aggressive with me. Every time I get the ball, I'm either going to just do something quick. I'm not going to try to dribble. Do you think that was Maresca's strategy? Because people are saying, for starters, Caicedo should have even had a yellow card before that. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
So yeah, I would say definitely it was a tactic from Maresca, the way how they settle aggressively against Arsenal. Because as a player, if you have someone who is marking you really aggressive, it messed up your mind. You are not gonna go for all the balls like you used to do it because you know you will get hit. And of course, if you get hit, the result is you can get injured, you can get a knock, something that I can really affect your game. So that's a way how you can like stop players. You remember those days when Diego Costa used to be a striker with Chelsea, how aggressive he was? Of course, that's a mentality that you need to put on your players. That way, like they stop, like, you know what? No, I'm not touching that guy that aggressive because you will get payback. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So definitely, I think that was the mindset that Maresca set up for this game to stop, of course, Saka, to stop, of course, Marino, to stop, of course, Eze who is coming from a terrific game against Tottenham, who they said, like, who is Eze? He proved who is Eze on that game. Of course, so that's a way how you can stop the aggressiveness from the opponent team for the game. That way you can have more time to settle. Of course, I would say it was dumb, 100% for Caicedo doing that at the very beginning, at the first half of the game, but it was a way to stop them because it's all about mindset, like breaking the other team mindset. So they start to fumble, right? So I would say definitely it was the game set from Maresca.
Okay. A follow-up question for you. If Arsenal had Gabriel and Saliba, 5 and 6 in central back, do you think the game would have had the same outcome?
Uh, if we analyze the game, how many opportunities Chelsea had in the first half or the second half? I would say probably like four or five. I had to check the stats, but like I know there was not that much. I know the goal that we scored was a set piece coming from the corner who Chalobah scored it. So I would say probably yes, but you know when you have a 5 and 6 that's solid as Saliba and Gabriel, of course, like it's something, right? You will see them on the field and they represent something as a defenders. So I will say probably yes, but it's hard to tell. You know how soccer is. Sometimes it doesn't matter about the great team that you have. It's just about like how you can prepare to the game.
Beautiful. MCOLU, this is for you as an Arsenal fan. Was there any part of the game where you had confidence and said, Arsenal is going to win this?
Uh, I mean, we did have a couple of chances that we didn't really take, and after watching, I think from the first half, I was actually just going for a draw. A draw is not a bad result, to be honest with you, but just coming off the form that we've been on from the North London derby to against Bayern Munich and just, all the wins, we're expecting to like just put Chelsea to bed. But during that first half, like after the first 10 minutes, after like all the yellow cards, I was like, okay, this game is gonna end the draw. If we can get a draw from this game, we should be okay because I think that's another question that we're gonna ask, but that really put us off our actual game, and then we just have to play with what we have. But we had a lot of chances to actually like even win the game and everything. I just scrap and win, but Chelsea played exceedingly well. You cannot even take it away from them, even
Yeah,
with
definitely we suffocate
yeah.
Arsenal the best that we can. They
Okay,
didn't have the
so
ball that much.
agreed. But now I'm going to explain something to you. Arsenal has been at this for years now. We've taken second consecutively, and there are reasons why we've not been able to win the league. One of the reasons is we'll have a prolific footballer like Saka or Saliba get injured, and it messes us up. So now, in order to improve on that, now we now have like better substitutes, right? Last season, one of the challenges we had were we had too many draws for starters. Then another issue we had was we had some outrageous red cards. Whether it was cumulative 2 yellows, it was some lousy stuff. So one thing I could tell you was immediately the ref decided to be Santa Claus when he started giving yellows. And I'm
For
not,
everyone.
see, we're not going to talk about the credibility of the yellows, whether it was actually credible. We're not even going to talk about if Chelsea actually deserved some yellow and they didn't get that. But coming from a management perspective, immediately we had 4 yellows that early, right? The next communication piece is we're not getting a red card in this game, right? Because now think about it. Getting a red card is not just only about this game, right? It's going to affect subsequent games. like Caicedo now, is going to affect subsequent games. And when that happened to us last season, we had some of our key players having some red cards. It messed us up, right? So definitely we do not want that. So from a management perspective, I was scared and bothered that Arsenal shouldn't have a red card because I wasn't thinking just about this game. I'm thinking about the likes of what's the name of that team, Brentford, right?
Yeah.
We're playing them next. And you know in Premier League you don't play with teams. It doesn't matter if you beat Bayern Munich recently, like they
Yeah,
don't play,
Premier League
right?
is another
Yes, no
thing.
team is literally small. You need to see Wolves today. Wolves, they were giving Aston Villa a run for their money, right?
Hmm.
So my point from that perspective, yes, Arsenal was trying to manage the game, but it's more like immediately we equalized. When we equalized, what it meant is, Lewis, we had found Chelsea's Momo button at that point in time. We had found your weak spot. The key thing was just to keep on utilizing it,
Hmm.
right? Because you guys, this was how our goal came, and you can tell me if you feel differently. Because you always want to cover Saka. You had more than one man on Saka. Now that left space,
Yeah,
right?
actually, yes.
So
We have
immediately
Garnacho and we
Saka,
have Cucurella tracking.
thank you. Now immediately Saka did the unselfish thing of not trying to go and score himself, but crossing it in. We now had more numbers in the box. And
Yes,
which
correct.
was which was Merino and our other guy against Gustavo, right?
Yeah.
And that's how the goal came. Tell me why Arsenal didn't continue doing that. It was annoying. Odegaard came in, moving left, right, left, right. Are you kidding me? Put the ball in the
In the
box,
box.
right? Because at that point in time, we equalized, we've gotten momentum. Don't mess things up.
I will say definitely I blame Arteta about that because if we track are probably I mean the 13 games that we have played in the season, how many goals we have conceded coming from crosses. Talking about like long passes, throws, we have conceded a lot of them, right? So definitely that's a weak spot where Chelsea can concede a lot of goals, right? And that's
Thank
how
you.
Arsenal concede make the first goal from across, right? Because I don't know why, but Chelsea, Chaloba, Fofana, when we're talking about crossing, they are like they freaked out. They don't know where have to be. And if we analyze where Fofana and Chaloba were whenever Saka crossed the ball, they were like way too far forward towards Saka. And then when you look behind, it was just Malo Gusto coming in, trying to get into Merino, but Merino was like freely to do it.
My point exactly. And oh, by the way, I'm sorry. So earlier on, we started this meeting, and I made it seem like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. I apologize. I made it seem like you're the only one that is proud of your club. Ah, mm. I'm sorry, I gave the wrong impression, right? You're not the only one that is proud of your. Let me set it
But you
here.
know
Can
what?
you, can you
It's
see?
crazy
Yeah.
because yours it's blue.
Yeah.
So just to remember, guys, London is blue.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. The reason why I chose the blue version this time was because our last video, I used the red, right? So we're trying to add some flavor, right? In terms of Gunna's voice. But anytime you see this is the big guns. You know, it has to do with the Gunners, right? It has to
Okay.
do with the Gunners. But back to it. I just wanted to let you know that we are proud of where we're from. Now, Chelsea has played Arsenal, and you guys are third on the table. Do you see Chelsea winning the league?
Okay. The only way how Chelsea can win the league is if Arsenal lose their mind. That's the honest. That's the truth. If Arsenal fluke, bottle, whatever, that's the only thing that it can happen. Because Chelsea, yes, we're building more momentum. The team is not the team that it used to be the last season. I was reading some stats that we got the most points on November since 2017. We got 10 points out of 12. So that's definitely an improvement for Chelsea. We're third right now in the league. So definitely Chelsea can do something about it. but we rely on what Arsenal is gonna do. That's the truth.
I see. I really, Lewis. I don't know. Maybe in your past life you're an Arsenal fan because
I
the
don't
way you
think
are
so.
talking today, I like your honesty.
You
The
have to be
ball is in
honest. I mean,
Arsenal's courts.
that
Yes.
you cannot be blind. You cannot cover the sun with a finger. So that's the truth. Arsenal is doing great this season.
Thank
The
you.
the
Thank
only
you.
one who can stop Arsenal this season to not win Premier League and to not win Champions League is Arsenal. Is the only one.
I like that. Exactly what I said. As Louis, we may be related. Exactly what I said. Arsenal is the only one that can stop Arsenal right now from winning things, right? So, MCOLU, I don't know if you have any additional question for Louis, but for me, I think we've covered this. It was a wonderful game. It was a good battle, right?
It was
Arsenal versus
100%.
Chelsea. The game is always good,
I
but
really enjoyed this game. One of the best game of the season so far.
Yeah, because
The
like
way
a
how
lot of people were saying that you kept being up and down, like the decisions and everything. So you were always watchful for what's gonna happen for the whole 90 minutes. I was gonna ask you a question. I cannot exactly remember his the referee's name. Uh
Anthony Taylor.
Anthony Taylor. Okay, yeah. So there's been like series of complaints, and I know that Chelsea. I don't know about us, Arsenal, but I know that Chelsea have signed their like petitions that he should not ref a lot of their games or a lot of the big games. So
I will agree
would
on
you
that.
say, yeah? So would you say that it's like the Football Association should probably know by now, and they should probably have seen all these petitions over time because this game was changed in the first half with the red cards and with the yellow cards. So everything we're playing like more cautious. So the game, even though we got to enjoy the game, but if the game had just been with 11-11, and who knows if Caicedo would have gotten a red, it probably might have been a yellow. But the way he
Yeah.
was for every tackle, and my question being that you have complained so much in the past about the way he refs and the way he gives cards. So what is not being done about that? That he's always interfering in like big games and especially games that have to do with Chelsea as well.
I will have to say conspiracy theories, agenda. It has to be. There have to be something bigger that is involved that we cannot see or we don't know. Because this is a fun fact. You know, Anthony Taylor's, whenever he referee Chelsea, we have the most yellow cards
Yeah,
or
that's what
the
I was.
most
Yeah,
the most cards because
cards.
today we
Yeah,
got yellow card and we got red card. So we as Chelsea with Anthony Taylor, we have 2.38 cards per game every time that he referees us. So I will say definitely something needs to be done because if I'm not wrong, I think the last time that Anthony Taylor refereed for us was against Liverpool. I have to check, but I think it was against Liverpool, the game that we won 2-1. So definitely a ref conditioned the whole game because it's unbelievable that on the fourth minute Subimendi got the first yellow card on the
yeah,
fourth minute. I would say yes, it's a yellow card, but how many minutes we have played? Just 4 minutes. Just
yeah,
okay, give a warning,
yeah,
right? Caicedo, probably he will got a booking before the red card and he will like slow down. There's so many things that as a referee they can do on the game to calm down the game, like be more vocal, be more like talking with the players. There's many things. It's not about bookings, yellow cards, red card. There's many things. There are many referees out there that they know how to manage games, right? So I
yeah.
would definitely I would say Anthony Taylor, we need to put like on the loop and take a look what
Yeah.
we can do about him.
Okay, because like my own theory basically is that so you start seeing that a lot of the players are being investigated for like
gambling.
gambling and stuff.
Gambling.
And nobody's paying a close attention to the referees because they control the game basically. So like if yellow card is becoming a very frequent thing in Anthony Taylor's game, that means there must be some insider kind of trading or gambling that he's doing, where he knows how people are gambling and putting money on yellow cards, and he's benefiting from that. So that's my own theory, and I think he should be investigated. And I think that England referees they already have a stigma and they're already bad as it is, but to get to this
I think
level.
on the Turkish league.
You
they got like into a big scandal about like
the
gambling, being
yeah,
involved in stuff. Yeah.
because it's very
So
evident. You can see it
it's
in one
crazy.
game.
I
There's a
think
lot of yellow cards.
first half, how many cards we got? We got
Uh,
two on Chelsea side and three on on Arsenal
Four,
side.
We had
four
four.
in the first half.
Arsenal had four yellow cards. That's what I told you. Four.
Okay, so
Four
that's a
yellow
total of
cards.
six.
Like,
we have to check the stake
I
Yeah,
on
don't
cards
three
per
of our
game.
center backs and like with our left back, and then we also have like our defensive midfielder. So like that makes
Yeah,
your defensive side is already cautious that okay, we might get a red. But and then with Caicedo, we're thinking that but it's a very. I think we need to. It's something that the FA and the Premier League they need to really look into and start checking on these referees. Yeah.
no,
definitely,
but
100%.
on a holistic note, I must say, right from time, every time I watch Arsenal versus Chelsea game, it's always a game that keeps your heart pumping, right? So, definitely this game was something that kept everyone on the edge of their seats because you do
Mm.
not know what's going to happen. With regards to Anthony Taylor, oh my goodness, I'm not even going to go there. Like literally, the
We
refs can be
know.
very we don't want to go there. But generally, I just want to tell you, Lewis, and this is me speaking from a place of joy. I look forward to our second leg in our home, Lewis.
No worries. If you see the
Lewis,
stats, Chelsea is
and
not the
see,
greatest at home, so
Lewis,
I'm not worried about it.
Lewis, you can bring any ref you want, Anthony Taylor. I don't even care whether it's Tinubu or it's Trump. I don't bring any ref to the game. I'm telling you, I just need to have my Gabriel and Saliba, and you will feel the difference.
No
Caicedo should come with
worries.
the same energy. He should come with the same energy, in our home. And he will not realize that the rice that traveled away
Just
is different from
remember,
the rice. See, the
we
rice
still
at
gonna be
home.
playing at London. We're gonna still be playing at London.
Yeah.
So we
It
are
doesn't
not worried
matter.
about.
It doesn't matter. I'll give you an example. Let me give you an example, Louis. For example, both of us stay in New York, but my home is still different from your home.
No
I
worries.
look forward to it. Louis, thank you so much for your time. This has been an
Thank you,
awesome
man.
interview. Take care of you. Extend my greetings to your family. Thank you. We look forward to seeing you again on Gunner's Voice.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.